press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hey, what's up guys, this is Hasnen and you're watching Training Codes. So in today's video we're going to design the same screen, okay, and most probably we'll be using the combinations of rows and columns. Along with that, we are going to use the network image widget, okay, and we are going to put an image inside that. Along with that, we are going to use a bottom navigation bar. So this video is going to be pretty long, and so I just recommend you to just go ahead and grab a cup of coffee and start coding along with me. So and before we go ahead and start coding, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look on the design of Adobe XD. So let's dive inside that. Okay, so the first thing first, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new file. I have created a new file, and you just go ahead and create a new file, home.dart. And inside the home.dart, first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to import the material.dart package so that we can use all the material design containers and all the widgets of material. So just go ahead and paste it right over here. Now, as you can see inside this pack, what we have in the bottom is a navigation bar, right? And that navigation bar is going to maintain a state. So we are going to create a state full widget, and that widget is going to be named as home page. Okay. Now, this home page is going to be get navigated by this login button right on the screen. So just go ahead and find the login button, okay, and this login button is going to get wrapped by a widget called gesture detector. The gesture detector have a capability of what we can say, capability of detecting all the gestures which is given by the user. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and create an on tap function. So when user click on the button, we are going to make a callback, and this callback is going to be pushing the new page into our stack. Okay, so navigator.push, and they are going to have a context. Basically, they're going to take a tree of widget, and a router is going to be our material page router, and inside the material page router we have a builder property, and the builder property always take a context, and it will navigate us to the new this file that is our home page. So just go ahead and import the home.dart first right over here, so that we can use the class inside the home.dart which we have created right now. So right over here we have this class, hit a semicolon, go ahead and save it, and just take a look. Okay, so if I click a button over here, we are going to get navigated to the home.dart. So we don't have anything right now, and it is just a container, so we are not going to get. Now along with me, you're going to create a new class, okay, and that class is going to be our main content. Okay, so I'll let you know why we are creating this. Okay, and this class is going to be a stateless widget, so just go ahead and create a stateless widget and give a name as main content. Okay, now this main content class is going to have all this stuff which is between the bottom navigation and the app bar. Okay, that is going to be our the network images and all of the stuff, right? So what we will do over here is just we're going to remove this container, and instead of container we're going to create a scaffold, and this scaffold is going to have most probably is going to have a new, first we are going to have an app bar which is going to accept a class of new app bar, and we'll just go ahead and copy and paste the same app bar which we have created in our previous tutorial, right? So just go ahead and paste it instead of writing the whole code. Go ahead and save it. Right, so we got an app bar right over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a main content before we create a bottom navigation. Okay, so we're going to have a container, but this container is going to get wrapped with a list view, right? So list view will provide you the scrolling, vertical scrolling of the page. So we will just go ahead and create a list view. And inside the list view, we're going to have a new container, and the list view accept the children's array. So just go ahead and create a children array. Inside that we're going to have a new container, and this container is going to accept all the other stuff. So most probably what we're going to do is, right, inside the main container we will create a new column. Okay, and this column, again this column is going to have a children's. So we'll just go ahead and create a children's, and inside the children, very first thing we are going to have is what we'll do is we will create some padding to this container so that we don't need to give padding all the time. So from symmetric, use a symmetric, and from left most probably 8, and from right we are using symmetric, so not left and right. It will be most probably vertical and horizontal. We're going to use only horizontal. Okay, and it is going to have a 10.0 of padding from horizontal, the left and right. Okay, so the very first thing inside our spec is we're going to have a text widget that is going to be a new text which is going to be having an explore text. Go ahead and save it, give some style, and this style is going to have we are not able to see our text is because you know what we have to do, we created an app bar but we didn't create a body. Okay, so we need a body of our scaffold, and that body is going to be this class, a main content, right? So just go ahead and create a main content. Okay, so save it, and we got an explore right over there which is in the center, but we don't need that inside the in the center. So we are going to create some style, most probably the new text style, and it is going to be our font size, and font size is going to be accept 20.0. I guess that is okay. It's not enough. Go ahead and give it 30. Okay, that is enough, but we don't need that text to be centered, so we're going to use an alignment. Okay, inside this alignment. Oh, we don't have alignment property in text style. Alignment, yeah, the text alignment, it is going to be on the left. So text alignment left. Save it. Okay, it is left right, but we are not getting that particular thing in it. So what we'll do is, most probably sometime it will not work because it is not taking the whole space. Okay, it is not taking the whole space which is available over here. It is just taking this much space which is wrapped by our content. So what we will do is, first we'll create a row over here. I mean, we'll just go ahead and wrap this with a row. Okay, and now if you will save it, you're going to see our text to be exactly to be in the left side. But if you just go ahead and take a look, we don't have enough padding. So what we'll do, we'll just go ahead and give much padding to our Explorer. Okay, that is enough. So that was our first row. Now again, we are going to create a row. If you take a look on this pack, we have a row for making that those options of motors, classified, services, and all the stuff. Okay, so create a new row, and that first row is going to have a new container, and that container is going to be an expanded container. So we will create a new expanded first. Okay, expanded, and this expanded is going to have a new container. Okay, and this container is going to be have a height of 50. But before, we just go ahead and give a child, and this container, this container is going to be having a height of 100. Okay, so the height is going to be 100.0, and we are going to use the decoration, new box decoration. So inside the new box decoration, what we're going to do is we're going to use the border radius, and that border radius is going to use a new border radius dot circular, and this is most probably a 5.0, and we're going to use the color. Let's go ahead and hit the comma. Let's go ahead and create a color. Now I have the color inside my notes. So the first box is going to have a color of something like this. Copy and colors dot inside this, we're going to have this color. Save it. So we have a container something like this. So I get, oh, we don't need that much of circular. I just go ahead and hit the 5. Okay, so that is cool. That's what we need. Okay, and this is expanded. So what we're gonna do is, again, we are going to create a new the child of this container is going to be a column. Okay, because we have something, the icon, and then below that icon we have the some text. Okay, so right over here we're going to create child that is going to be our column, so that we can arrange our icon and the text into the vertical order. So again, we have a children, and this children is going to be, first is going to be our new icon. Okay, and this icon is going to be icons dot what was the icon name? A drive ETA. Okay, so if I go ahead and save it, I'm going to get the icon. Okay, and this icon is going to be on the top of that. So we don't want to make another top of that. So what we'll do is I'm going to make the main axis alignment to be the main axis alignment center, so the things will be centered. Now I'm going to go ahead and change the color of that icon. So colors, so color, colors dot white. In the same way, I'm going to use a new text, and it's going to have a motor, and this motor is going to be of white color, right? So we're going to use a style, new text style, and this style is going to be having a color which is going to be the colors dot white, right? Yeah, so we will have a white color with a nice icon and text inside that, but we got some error. We forgot to cover our text. Yeah, save it, and here we go. We have. Now if you take a look on our spec, we need 3 equal containers to make it look properly. Okay, so to make 3 equal containers, what we need right over here is we will just go ahead and create the expanded 3 equal icons. I mean the 3 equal containers of expanded, right? Go ahead and hit the comma. Minimize this container right over here. So now if you take a look on our screen, we have 3 equal of same icons, but what we're going to do is we are going to remove the icon and the name of that icon from our containers, okay, so that we can use that container and we can make the others icons inside that. So what we will do here is we will just go ahead and remove the I guess the whole column, or I mean the children of the containers, okay. So there is nothing, right? Okay. Now what we're going to do is we don't have anything right over here inside our containers, okay. So most probably we are also going to remove the box decoration for both of them, okay. So we removed the box decoration, so it is going to be empty for now because it is not going to have any color inside that, but we have the box, I mean the container over there, okay. So remove the box decoration, and we don't have anything right now. Now go ahead into the first container, okay. Create a new I guess a new column. I mean the container is going to have a child of column inside that container, so the column is going to have a new container. So the children is going to be a new container inside the container. I know it is kind of confusing, but once it is done, you'll be able to know what exactly is happening over here. So we have a container, and this container is going to be an expanded container. So we'll just go ahead and create wrap this widget. This widget is going to be an expanded, okay. So just format it, right, save it. Now we are not going to be able to see anything right now, okay. What we'll do inside the container is we will go ahead and do a decoration, or before that we'll just take a look how our container is looking right now. So give the color, and that color is going to be a colors dot red accent maybe. So we have a container which is looking something like this. Now if you just go ahead and use this expanded and copy and paste the same thing, just give a comma and change the color to purple accent. So most probably you will be able to know what exactly happening now, right? So this is how we can create the different stuff, and we are almost near to what we need, right? So what we will do is we are going to use the same thing or the same row, I guess, not a row, the same column or the same expanded which we have just edited right now, which is going to be this one. And we are going to remove this expanded for now, which is the last one, right? And we are going to paste it, and we are going to hit a save so that we can get the same thing which we have achieved for the second container, right? But now the problem over here is our container is not having a spacing and a border radius. So we will just go ahead and design the container, okay? And the design container is going to be our which is inside the expanded. So what we will do is we will remove this color, okay? And instead of this color, we are going to use decoration, new box decoration, and this box decoration is going to accept the color and the border radius. Now if you go ahead and take a look on my box 2 notes, so the color is going to be somewhat like this, and the border radius is going to be 5. So new border radius, that is going to be our circular one, and a 5.0. So now go ahead and just check out our screen, which is most probably going to look like this, and that's what we need. But still we are going to have a spacing problem, and we'll resolve it soon. But before we resolve that, we will just make sure that our particular one container is looking perfect. So we have the border radius of 5.0. Now the container is going to have a children with the icon and a text, so it is in horizontal manner, okay? So what we'll do is we'll create a new row for that, and the row is going to have a children's, and the children, very first thing is we're going to have an icon. So new icon, and that icon is going to be icons dot I guess local offer, local hyphen offer, yeah. And we are going to provide a color, and that is going to be a colors dot white, not while, sorry, colors dot white, colors dot white, okay. It's white, yeah. So we are going to get that particular icon, and it is not centered. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a main axis alignment and a main axis alignment center. So the now things which is going to be added inside the row will start from center. Along with that, we need a text as well. So we will just go ahead and add a text with a widget called text, and inside that we are going to make classified, and we are going to add some styles. That is going to be our color, new text style, and the text style is going to have a color that is going to be the colors dot white. Okay, every time when we give this white, the text style, we miss that brackets. Okay, go ahead and hit the enter, hit the save button, and we're going to get the classified right over there. So we have some padding problem with the icon and the text, which is not looking great. So we will wrap our icon with the padding from, I guess, right. Yep. So only, we are not going to use all, we're going to use only right. So I guess 8 is enough for that. Yep, 8 is enough. So we have our the very first container is, the very second container box is almost ready. So what we're going to do is we are going to take that particular expanded widget, okay, and remove the second expanded widget, which is this one, and paste it. So we're going to get two equals with equal color expanded widget. So what we will do is we will change the color and the color icon and name. Okay, so the very third one is going to be service. So the color is going to be somewhat like wait, where is the color for the container? New row, and color is right over here. Remove that color, give this color, give the service, right, and inside the service okay, and inside the icons we're going to use bin here. That's not an icon name. One second, I need to check. This one is the icon name, bin here. Okay, it's not having an underscore right there. So now if you take a look on our screen, we have something like this, which is looking beautiful, right? So in the same way, we gonna use the same expanded right over here, this one, copy it, remove this expanded, paste it. So we're going to have a copy of the particular column, but we don't need that, right? We are going to modify that first. So the very first thing is changing the color, right? So the text is going to be a properties. So instead of classified, give a properties. The icon is going to be an account balance. Give the account balance right over here. Where is the account balance? Yeah, the icon name. So account balance will go over here and change the color lastly. And the color is going to be this one. Right? Go ahead and save it. We got that. Now the same way, we're going to change the last container, that is going to be a text as jobs, and the one second, we are modifying the same one. We don't need to modify this, we need to modify this one, jobs. Along with jobs, the icon name is going to be an art track. Where is that? Okay, art track. And finally the color. Go ahead and save it first. No, before go ahead and save, before you go ahead and save that, copy and paste the color. Now go ahead and save it, and we are going to have our beautiful things ready. But the problem is the spacing, right? So the best way to do that is go ahead and grab or minimize your all other stuff. Okay, open the first expanded widget, right? And this container or this expanded is going to have a padding, and this padding is going to be only from most probably the right side. Okay, so use only right over here and make it right, and give it 5.0. I guess 5.0 is enough. And here we go, we got an error. So most probably the problem over here is we cannot give a padding to the expanded, I guess. So what we'll do is we'll just reverse all the things what we did, okay, and save it. Right, we got the things done, but the color is being reversed more. So go ahead and change the color again, save it, and we got the color, new color. Okay, we got the new color. Now I guess the problem was we cannot give padding to the expanded. Yes, we cannot give the padding to the expanded. So what we'll do, we'll give the padding to the container. We can give a padding to the container. So we are going to use only, okay, and this only is going to be right, and that is going to be 5. I hope we'll not get error now. Oh yes, so we got a space. All right, now in the same way, open the second expanded, and inside the expanded we have an expanded. Inside that, give the padding to the container, and the padding is going to be from bottom. So use only and give bottom of 2.5. And the reason why I'm getting or giving 2.5, you'll get to know. Okay, now we got 2.5 over there. The service is also going to get a padding of 2.5 from the top, so that we can get equal positioning of 5. So add padding and use only, and use 2.5, right? That is going to be top. So now if you take a look on the screen, we got that equal spacing of 5. Now we need to give the same thing to the right of both classified and the service. So right 2.5, and even for classified, give right 2.5 along with bottom. Okay, so now if you take a look over there, we got the spacing. Now in the same manner, what we're going to do is we are going to most probably we are going to use the same concept for the third expanded as well. So just collapse the second expanded, go to the third expanded, and inside the expanded we have one more expanded, and inside that container we have a container. So add a padding of only, and they are going to get a padding from left side. So use left and use 2.5 for that. 2.5, right? So we can get the equal 2.5 plus 2.5 equals to b. It's going to be equal to 5 from all this side. So from the left and bottom, right, 2.5 as well. Cool. Now in the same way, we are going to give a padding to this container of jobs. So wrap with a padding, use bottom, not bottom only, and use the row left. Yes, and left is going to be a 2.5, and the 2.5 after 2.5 top, yes, yeah, a top one is going to be having a 2.5. so we have given left, top, right of 5, so that they'll be having equal spacing from all these sides. So now if you take a look on the screen, we have an equal spacing and it's looking so beautiful, right? But how about giving some spacing between these all this container and between this explore, right? So what we'll do is we have a row, before that we're going to use a new sized box, and this size box is going to be have a height, okay, a height of 20.0. let's check out how much we are going to get. 20.0 is so much. Let's go ahead and take a 10. Yeah, this looks better. So this was creating the first of our explore containers using the combinations of rows and columns and expanded. I know it was a bit confusing, but I tried my best to explain you how I made this. But if you will try by your own, I'm sure you will be able to make, or you'll be able to achieve this same thing. Okay, so now if you take a look over here, even we got this scrolling effect. So if our content is overflow from the I guess y-axis, then we can easily scroll up. Now I was thinking to continue in the same video, but I don't want to confuse you people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this screen into the next video, because creating this stuff was so long and it was so confusing. So I don't want to confuse you more, so that you cannot able to get if I continue this video, then you will be not able to get what I'm doing underneath this after this particular part. So what I'll do is I'm going to create a parts for this. So the next video will be continuation of this particular screen. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, okay? And if you are new over here, consider subscribing to my channel, because we are going to learn so many things regarding to HTML5 and mobile apps development. Maybe in future we are going to develop a native apps too. Okay, so go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe that first. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye, take care.